This is WFO Radio.
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Joe Castello back with you. WFO, another happy hour. That's right. The return of happy hour. Everybody complained so viciously about the happy hour show. Like, what's up with happy hour? And how will I know it's not the end of the week? And what do I need to do? And so we have acquiesced here on WFO Radio. And this very special happy hour edition is also what some would call a hurricane party, not to make it light of the hurricane that is coming at us. But the bottom line is we will be monitoring the path of the hurricane as it draws ever nearer to sunny South Florida, where I reside. And we got Jason Logan going to be on, and we've got Courtney Enders going to be on, and we've got maybe a special guest or two. Who knows? Maybe one of the viewers will jump on with us. But it is the end of the week. It is happy hour. Going to have fun. Now, what have I done all day? Well, I started the day reading the John Force Racing news, and we'll get into all of that. Those of you on Facebook and Twitter, those of you on YouTube, subscribe, click the bell, all of that. Twitch, we've got listeners on Twitch now. We're building the Twitch audience. But today, I had plans early in the week to do, a bunch of different stuff. And instead, it all went out the window today, going around and gathering gasoline and propane and making sure that generators run and all of that. And that was today. And so we're having a hurricane party here on WFO Radio. But you guys are all welcome to join. I have my beverage. Jason and Courtney going to be a little late. We've got a special guest. I'm drinking just a little Tito's and soda. And drinking alone at the moment. But that is okay, because we're bringing happy hour back. And I do want to get into this whole John Force Racing news, because I think it is vital and important that we all understand exactly where the 16-time champ is with his team, with Brittany and Austin and everybody involved. I think it is very important, Robert Height, etc. Before we do that, though, I want to say what's up to everybody out there, like Jeff in Illinois. Man, you are a Chamber of Commerce dude right there. We got to get the mayor of Millstadt, Illinois on to let him know that Jeff is like their best guy out there doing outreach to the WFO universe. And Dale, yes, I worked all week last week because of no happy hour. I'm sorry. Yeah, blow it off, man. Blow it off. Forget it. The band is back together. You guys click together. We do. We do. And Mike Heiner is there. Maybe Heiner will jump on a little bit, but only if you got a beverage, Mike. Once everybody's on here and things are getting cray, then you are welcome to jump on. Just I'll send you the link. Now, before, Jason Logan is getting ready. Everybody's getting ready. It's going to be great. But I do want to tell you about the people who make it all possible, because without these people, literally, I will be working in the lumberyard like Danny Noonan, talking about Marvin Rodak, RodaksCoffeeandGrills.com. Yeah, 40 years of Caddyshack. I know Jason Logan knows some Caddyshack references. Could probably do the whole movie. But RodaksCoffeeandGrills.com, hot sauces and spice rubs and everything good, barbecues. If you're down in Fort Worth, Texas, go buy like a $15,000 outdoor kitchen from Marvin, and that'll solidify the WFO radio sponsorship for the next decade or so. RodaksCoffeeandGrills.com, 817-924-6821. Also, Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology, TotalSeal.com. If you've got an engine project, call them first. This is what I want to do. It's going to be boosted. We're building a twin turbocharge, a quad turbocharge 6-cylinder. They will help you figure it all out. And we're doing the Total Seal podcast, Hidden Horsepower. The most recent edition, Ed Pink. Yes, Ed Pink, the old master. I was talking to Reinhardt about that Cammer engine the other day, and Ford gave Ed Pink one of the first ones. We did not talk to him about that, but we talked to him about a whole bunch of other stuff, including the fact that his uncle owns Pink Hot Dogs in Los Angeles, the place that everybody goes. Check it out. Hidden Horsepower, Total Seal, TotalSeal.com. Piston rings. They can find horsepower. You can find horsepower with better piston rings. Also, Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, the Dragster Adventure. They were just out in Bandimere. Classes out in Bandimere. And if you want to drive one of these cars, this is the best way to do it, because you show up with nothing. You just show up with just a bad attitude, and you walk out of there driving a dragster. Pretty cool. FrankHawley.com. And finally, samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Start your education at full speed. They've got great things going on. We do a podcast for them as well. But we'll mention some sponsors, but I got to get this guy on. Look at this. Jason Logan is doing something. He's there. I saw him. I caught him and asked him. He's preparing a beverage. What are you doing, sir? What are you
Joe,
doing?
I am preparing a beverage. My Wi-Fi is terrible. I don't know what's going on with Spectrum.
You're not the only one, man. You're not the only one. Tim Wilson had Wi-Fi problems this week.
Yeah, it's like a national thing. Number one, my Wi-Fi is terrible. Number two, upstairs where I normally broadcast from, Joe, it is 1,000 degrees because my air conditioning went out this morning. Oh, yeah.
Right before the hurricane? Oh, my gosh.
Joe,
that's a Florida nightmare.
Before my show this afternoon, I said to my wife, and we were trying to troubleshoot it, like I know what I'm doing. And I said to her, I go, listen, babe, you're going to have to maybe call somebody. It's just, why do I have to do everything? Rah! So and she sounds exactly like that, by the way. And she called like 9 places, and we finally got somebody that's coming tonight to check it out. So.
And you got to pay the like $300 extra.
Well, yeah, it's going to be. But I said, I go, look, like one person's like, yeah, we can't get there until Tuesday. I said, look, there's a hurricane coming, and whether or not it hits us or not, no one's going to be out doing anything. So we better get this thing on lockdown, because I already went and looked at hotel rooms for the night. I was like, we're going to get, yep, there it is. It's coming. So I was like, we're going to stay at a hotel. What's the name of this thing? Ease?
La Isla Bonita. I don't know. Yeah, I've had people. I'm usually very good at the multicultural names and endorse and appreciate. This one is a little over the top. They went very Elon Musk with this one. It's like Q.4-6. I don't know what it is. We'll work on it a little bit later. I think they're a little too much. But yes, we're doing Hurricane Party, Jason Logan. But you just kind of brought the whole show to a screeching halt. I can't think of things worse than not having air conditioning, period, let alone a hurricane.
Yeah, I was just like, we got to fix this. And my wife's like, she goes, are you going to talk to Joe Castello upstairs? And I go, possibly. And she goes, no, you can come downstairs. She goes, I'm not going back up there. She goes, I have our offices and everything up there. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'll be quiet. And I'm like, you can talk as long as you want. It's Joe Castello. He doesn't care.
I love how I'm always referred to by my first and last name. I think that's great. And you do that all the time. It's great. I like hearing my first and last name all the time.
I do it. I have so many Joes in my life. I got Joe Mulvihill. I got Joey Fatone. I got Joe Janelle. I got a ton of Joes, and they're all first and last names.
That's good. That's good. I like it. It's a brand. Your brand.
Listen, if I was walking up to Clay Millican, I go, hey, Clay Millican, what's up? I will speak of, I say everybody's name, John Forrest.
Now, the best ever example of this is, and if you're on Facebook, feel free to comment. But, back in our NHRA days, we used to do this. Way back then. We used to do this wonderful thing in Vegas when we would go on the high roller. And after Sunday, and it was like a mini tradition that we started pretty recently, like last year in the spring, and we carried it for I think we did it twice. But it was great.
I think we did it in the fall, and then we've done 3 of these, Joe. No,
I thought it was 2, but it doesn't matter. And the most recent time we had a special guest. Like there's a celebrity guest that gets to come along each time that is selected by randomness. And in this case, it was Joe Amato. And so Joe Amato is on the high roller with Jason and myself and Amanda and just a whole squad of people. And we had a great time. This is a thing that we do, to blow off steam after it's all over. But just like a moment ago, Jason cannot refer to this man as anything other than
Joe Amato.
Joe Amato. Hey, Joe Amato. What are you doing, Joe Amato?
Where'd Joe Amato go? Yeah, but you remember, though, before we even got there, we rallied up at one of the restaurants right there, and Joe Amato's wife got us all hammered right out the gate.
Yes.
She was buying shots.
For sure.
I don't know her name, but that's Joe Amato's wife.
Yes, Mrs. Amato. But it was a good time, and another Joe, first and last name. So let's see what people are saying out there. Let's see. Castello is much easier to say than the Hurricane's name. Yeah, I try real hard. This one, I don't know it. I can't get it. His air works. Dale, screw you, man.
Dale, I'll come. I might come. I might
that's not. Up. That's not. Yeah, we're coming to your house. Logan can come to Tampa. I have room and no hurricane. Says Dale. You gonna go over there? You going to go over there?
I might. Look, I'm a man without air conditioning, and that is a problem for me, Joe. Look, I'm a bigger guy.
You're
and by the way, Joe,
schwitzing.
I'm going to talk to you about what I've been doing this week. Are you ready for this?
I am.
So on our show, What Does Joey Know, starring co-host, hosted by Jason Logan, starring Joey Fatone, as I name drop. We decided we needed to have a fitness challenge. It's Joey's fitness challenge.
Yeah.
And so on Monday,
photographs. Why did you not send me photographs of you trying to do yoga? You could have. It's not too late, but you could have.
It's Joe Castello. I almost called you Joe Amato. I'm gonna send you stuff.
Email.
And
not text.
Okay, I'll email it to you.
Yeah.
So
I saw you trying to do yoga. It was good. I would do yoga if I could.
Joe Castello. This is the first time I've ever done it. But so, anyways, on Monday we went and subject empty. You're gonna get an empty subject. On Monday we went to get measured by somebody who knows how to do that. So like biometrics and all that stuff, and so we did that on Monday, and then on Tuesday I started walking my dog like 1.7 miles. Then I was like, all right, I'm in. So let's start moving. I haven't moved during this coronavirus. At the beginning of the year, I said, hey, I'm going to I'm 49. I'm gonna be 50 this year. I need to stop drinking. I need to stop eating out on the road. I mean, all that stuff. I would start being healthy. And I was like, because 49, I'm 50, half century mark. I'm probably not going to make it past 75. Let's be honest, the lifestyle I've lived. And so I've been going at it, man. I walk my dog 1.7 miles every day. When we did yoga, which I just sent you the video, I walked my dog. Then I mowed my grass for 45 minutes. My BPM on mowing the grass, because the hurricane's coming. I was like, this grass needs to be mowed. 45 minutes. My BPM was almost 156 BPM, my heart rate. I was like, oh, this is too hot.
Yeah. It
was bad. Then I did yoga that night. Oh, my God. I took like 3 showers. It was insane.
Okay. So
I'm getting healthier, Joe. And this is the first cocktail I've had all week, which is good for me.
I love it. Okay, so let me give a rapid fire response. We got drag racing stuff to talk about. There's been a couple of races since we last did a happy hour show. Courtney's going to be on. Okay. We have a special guest at some point, maybe, which is a big surprise for you and Court if she gets on the show. But it's the last time we were doing. I was heading down south to see Courtney and Amanda. That was it, the final one. I had thrown in the air. But now we're back. The audience has requested this. So rapid fire, mowing your lawn before a hurricane is just dumb. Sorry, because the hurricane is going to throw all kinds of debris into the yard. It's going to look terrible anyway. You should wait till after. That's what I've elected to do.
I was in Florida. The grass grows, right? It rains at night.
Yeah.
And in the day, I was 9 days between mows, Joe. So I had to.
I got you.
I had to mow it. I had to mow it.
Couldn't wait till Monday.
No.
I get what you're saying, though. The grass grows very, very rapidly. My friend George Rodriguez, like one of my radio mentors, 55 years old, great shape, pull-ups, push-ups, no body fat, goes roller skating is one of his things. He's like one of those guys like roll bounce, can do the whole shuffle and everything, did everything. 55 years old, sitting there eating a salad with his daughter, dropped dead. So what is that?
You never know, Joe.
You
never know.
You never know.
But Joe, I got to get a little healthier, all right? And
I agree. The big ball on the front of you is not. It's not. Can't be good. It just can't be good. That just can't be good.
No, and you were trying at the beginning of the year. You were like, "Hey, Jason, we're gonna eat healthy this season. Yeah. Let's start. Got to move around." I mean, listen, I got some weight to lose here. Look at my fat face. If it was skinnier like yours, Joe, it would be better.
Why don't you do the keto like I did? It had great success. You like bread too much. I know.
What I like, Joe, is drinking too much.
Well, that's a tough deal.
That's the problem.
You got to straight alcohol. You got to go straight to it.
So tonight I'm drinking the Brandon Bernstein, which is vodka, Pellegrino.
Yes.
Yeah, vodka, Pellegrino, and a lemon.
Really? The Brandon Bernstein. Interesting. Let's see. Derek says, connection is better. Brought my wife to the dock. Moved 330 feet. Man, what a difference. I don't know what that means. I don't have it figured out. But look Look, Courtney is getting ready to jump on here, and his air works. Everybody is kind of rubbing it into you that your air conditioner doesn't work, and people don't realize that that's a horrible thing to do and say to someone in Florida. I have an old air conditioner. I put it in when I moved into the house in like 2003. It's 2020, and so that's about
that's time
between $5,000 and $7,000 that I don't want to do. And so here's what happens: is every once in a while, it just stops blowing cold. I call the guys out, and they give me the pitch. They're like, "Oh yeah, this thing is super old. It's running a couple of amps high. You should definitely replace it." In this case, it's a capacitor. We're going to fix the flux capacitor. Blah blah blah. It cost me $400. It's been like 6 years that's been happening, and I'm still good. It just when it kicks, it's like in a tough situation. I was yelling at Tim Wilkerson this week for being like the dad in A Christmas Story down there fighting the furnace, but that's what we're fighting our air conditioners. Like, you got to make this thing work. But all right, look who's joining us here.
Hello.
Welcome back, Courtney.
Hi.
Amazing Miss Enders. Look at you. I've got something pink too.
I would have been here 5 minutes ago, but I had to get a drink.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yes.
So did you see Angie Smith's little post? She had that box of peanuts and she was moving it around talking about Christmas Story. Did you see that? Did you see that?
And what's in the box?
Yeah, she says, "What's in the box?" And I sent, speaking of Christmas Story, a GIF of the leg lamp. I was like, "That's in the box. It's a major award. Fred
Yeah,
Gile.
major award.
It's Italian."
It's a me fragile. Exactly.
What have y'all been talking about?
Jason's air conditioning is broken. And
I
that's
got no air upstairs.
Normal situation. Yes.
It's 102 today here.
It's 97 here and about 100,000 degrees humidity or percent humidity.
Feels like 140.
What's with your technical setup today, Jason? You don't have any kind of...
It's because upstairs it's like 1,000 degrees, and I just said I'm coming downstairs. My wife goes, "You're not going to do that Joe Castello podcast, that little Joe Castello podcast, are you?"
It's a big Joe Castello podcast.
Yeah, it is. The return, guys. Welcome back. The return of Happy Hour. You're back. You're back. And you know how people, I know we're talking about Jason's AC. You know how pissed everybody was that the show went off the air, that I canceled Happy Hour?
I told you.
You were right. I got genuine hate mail. People were like, "You're back. It's the end of the week. How will we know? What will we do? We'll show up at our workplace if we don't have Happy Hour on Friday to know that it's the weekend." And so here it is. We're back. And they're all sharing and starting watch parties. That's right.
I need to share this on my page.
You should, Courtney.
Start a watch party.
Well, y'all don't even know my day into getting to this point. I literally just skirted into this seat 18 minutes late.
I'm liking the hair. That's fine. The last time I saw you, you were down in South Beach in this fantastic mansion type house. It was a great time.
Yes.
And then you went off and you did a couple of drag races. One, or did you do both? Or you were there? You were there for both, right?
No, I went to Indy 1 and then I went to PDRA.
You went to PDRA. All right. So you've been all over the drag race world. And Jason, you've been busy being a Joey Fatone host. So you guys
we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the yoga.
Oh, I got a video.
Oh my God, Courtney! I sent you that video, Joey. I sent the video to Joe Castello as well.
It didn't come through yet, though. I think it must be a long video.
I'm going to share this.
Were you on that?
Now. No, I was not, because I have ridiculous hours and I was tied up to about 8:30 last night.
Oh my gosh. All right. So before we get into, I want to know about what you just did, because you were at a shoot and you're doing work and you're a working girl and all that stuff. But I do want to mention to everybody that John Force Racing issued a statement, their first statement today. It is on NHRA.com. I can paraphrase it. I don't want to read the whole thing, but you should. And I want to paraphrase it. And John has basically said that they ran the numbers. They thought about it. They did the whole deal. They gamed it out. And for them to run this year, they do not believe that they will be able to give their sponsors what their sponsors expect for the money. And to them, they would, if gaming it all out, are choosing to not do it. And that's basically at the John Force Racing stance. I've spoken with John, and John has said that after he gets through this period, he's down for the Happy Hour show, and he's going to come on here and we'll talk about it. But
Jason, we're no longer the coolest guests on the Happy Hour show.
No, that's not.
Let's be honest.
That's not.
Courtney, we are the coolest guests. John
You
Force
are.
just is one more championship than we have. That's all.
Just fun.
Exactly. But anyway, so there you go. Everybody got their answer from John Force Racing as to what and why, and now there can be calm in the world.
Well, let's be honest. Well, never mind. Listen.
You were about to attack John Force, is what you were about.
No. I was about to attack people who don't understand what goes on with all of this. They just want to see John Force out there, but there's a business side to this, and he's doing right by what he has to do.
The comments are hateful on an HRA's
that's
post.
What I mean. That's what I mean. It's like, look, look, John Force is running a business. If you can't be profitable and do the business and do right by people that are giving you money, then yes. I've just stopped. I've stopped yelling at people for wearing masks or not wearing masks, and I'm just doing whatever the hell
you need to ramp up the yelling at people for not wearing masks. And anyway, so tell me about the comments, Courtney. I don't ever look at the comments on the web because
I like to know what people are feeling. I do. I like to know the vibe of like how it was received. Like a lot of what I do is create a deliverable at the end of the day, bottom line. And I like to see how things are received. It's almost like media manipulation-ish.
The most angry people, though, the most motivated to be angry. Like that's who posts a comment on a story. So, but break it down. Like what do you think?
People were saying like, you're doing this for the fans, not for the money. What are you thinking? You're not thinking of the people who've supported you, which he really is, because let's be real, I don't know this guy from Adam sitting in the grandstands. Yeah, he's paid money in, but you've got to please the people who are doing lots of zeros on your checks. Right. But it was just a general understanding of what about us, the fans? Like, what about us? So
right. Well,
look, he could have easily closed doors and said, you know what? My kids are healthy. My family's fine. I've made all the money I've wanted in the world. Guess what? I'm done.
Yeah, because what else can he really do?
Right. I mean, he's going to be back next year. It's okay, people. Take a breather. And by the way,
go ahead.
You missed him. You didn't see him on TV on the Fox show. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I am. All right, guys, listen, I wanted this one to be special. And so I brought on a special guest, and I'm going to bring him on now just to blow it up.
John Force, forget it. I apologize for everything I just said.
It's not John Force. It's not John Force.
Can you imagine?
Oh, what's up?
That's right.
Brandon Bernstein. Brandon Bernstein.
That's right. That's how we come back.
Sheridan and Pomona?
That's how we come back on
this is the group that sits
Brandon Bernstein.
He has hair.
Brandon Bernstein right now. I'm drinking the Brandon Bernstein right now.
I'm on a lake.
Wow.
Living the dream.
I'm having a cocktail. What could be more better than this?
Well, now you're hanging out with us, and that is exactly what's better than that.
I love Brandon Bernstein.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What could be
I know.
I got three of my favorite peeps.
Now, where are
Brandon,
you?
what's with the hair? Why do you have hair?
Don't attack his hair. I like it.
Well, see, here's the deal. So, we obviously have been quarantined forever, and so I just decided that it wasn't worth me shaving every morning to just get up and do nothing. So I just let it go. Honestly, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna see if it's gonna grow and grow and grow, and sure enough, it did. So then I was like, all right, screw it, I'm just gonna keep it.
Let me ask you this: will the frosted tips come back?
Yeah, see, that is a good question. I've had that.
Could you be frosted tips Brandon Bernstein for Halloween? Could you at least give us that?
Now,
could you just throw back yourself?
That's that's definitely a possibility. I might even bring back the red pants.
Oh yeah, dude, you need to be the Bud King
the red
Jr.
Bud
out there.
Pants. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, please do.
Classic. Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you do that, you can come stage Erica's car.
Oh, even better. That would be badass.
Wow,
you think Richard would actually let me do that? I don't know. That's
yes.
Richard's.
Are you kidding? Richard loves the show. Richard wants the show.
That would be cool.
Although let me stage Erica.
Well, why don't we do if Richard loves the show? Why don't we have the whole when Prince Ali comes in Aladdin, Prince Ali fabulous, and we bring elephants and dancing girls and the whole thing out? What are we talking about?
I mean, Brandon throwbacking himself would be free. That is not free. Richard is all about a check.
By the way,
It's true.
the best part of my whole year is going to Carducci to get my tux at Pomona too. We talked about this show, and Brandon has the frosted tip Budweiser hero card sitting up in Carducci's place, and it's I look at it and I go, God, he's glorious.
My favorite's when you go into a random bar just anywhere and they don't know anything about drag racing and they have the Dragster Bud King neon, and I'm like, if all these people only knew.
Yeah.
That thing's classic. Yeah, that one's a nice one.
It really is. Like that's the thing. It's a big deal to a lot of people.
A lot of people.
It is
crazy. And that stuff's still up everywhere too. That's what's really crazy. I mean, even the
it's iconic.
Even the old Dale Jr. stuff, and I mean everything from the Bud days. I mean, it's all still up in bars everywhere, and I'm just like, that's really crazy to see still. You know, even a rookie year stuff where I was like, had like, I think it was "Ready to Run" was the tagline, and I had my finger pointed out for some reason. What the hell was that all about? I'm like pointing my finger. Yeah, cool. You know. Oh, jeez.
My favorite Brandon is. I love Brandon Bernstein. He was sponsored by Copart, and we would have to go. Team Mellow Yellow, Team Geico, Team Powerade, Team whatever we would have to go out and film Copart commercials with Brandon Bernstein in the parking lot. We'd find these hoopties.
Awesome.
And Brandon, and we'd go out there, and we didn't know. We were like, oh, there's Brandon Bernstein. That's well, he's his dad's Kenny Bernstein. Okay, whatever. That's all we knew of Brandon. But man, we would just.
Brandon, I'm with you there.
We killed it though. Those were so much fun.
We were so stupid. We were jumping in the back of dilapidated pickups and stuff. We're like, hey, give this car to Copart and you'll get money for your car. This thing's a POS.
We'll buy your car.
We'll buy your hunk of it.
It was the best.
It was so funny, dude. It was awesome.
Copart deal was it was cool.
No, Copart deal was awesome. Copart, that was a great company. Yeah, it was cool.
Also a hurricane party, just so you know. Like Jason, this is Jason and I'm by Miami, a little north of that. Jason is right in the middle, and we're getting ready. It's not going to be bad at all. We're going to be fine. It's a nice drill for later on.
Where's Puerto Rico? Go back. My mom's on a boat in Puerto Rico, I think.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, your mom has been posting stuff.
Oh, I don't follow.
Puerto Rico is.
It already went through.
I don't follow.
Courtney, it already went through that.
I know you don't. That's what's so funny.
That is what's so funny. Yeah, Courtney, your mother's okay. Your mom's okay. She had a pair of socks on, and she went through a swell, and like a squall came through, and she realized that when the boat lifts a certain distance, and you're wearing socks, you will slide across the entire boat. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
Like I said,
she's okay though.
I don't follow.
Yeah, she is.
Look at Brandon on that horse ranch.
Yeah, where are you? Brandon's in the Great Northwest, right? You're in Seattle area.
So I'm on Lake Tapps. I'm at my my really great buddy up here that lives here and everything. Kevin Benson and Jen and the girls. My really good buddy Russ Tom. His daughters that are actually grown now and everything. But yeah, I'm up here. I always come up here every year, obviously for the race, and so. When we weren't having the race, it's a yearly thing, and it always comes right around my birthday and everything, and so we always celebrate my birthday, and it was just like, man, I gotta still go. I mean, it's yearly.
When's your birthday?
When's that?
On Sunday.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm your best friend. Don't forget, but I didn't know your birthday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What Facebook is for. Facebook tells you.
But yeah, so I've been up here since Monday, and actually Tracy and the kids came up just yesterday, so everybody's here now, so it's going to be a fun weekend. It's the first time that the kids have been with me on my birthday, so it's going to be really cool.
That's awesome. That is awesome. We got the whole country covered. Court's in Texas. Jason and I got Florida. Brandon's there in the Northwest. Brandon's like,
you have it covered.
I'm going to be ready for happy hour right around 1:00 out there. It's like perfect.
Yeah,
Start
why not?
the weekend early.
He's not afraid, Joe. He's not afraid.
Oh, I agree.
You guys know me.
No, he just made the switch from morning cocktail to afternoon cocktail.
And what is the cocktail? Exactly. Did you say that? I missed that. What was it?
I'm drinking a high noon right now. So that's my new favorite right now. It's just vodka and soda water with the fruit juice, all natural fruit juices. So
Jason, Are you alarmed he's not drinking the Brandon Special?
Yeah,
No,
I haven't started on those yet, but I am. I start those, in the
later
afternoon.
in the day.
Yeah. So
But
I
he
drink
stays
these.
with vodka. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
key.
stay with the vodka. Yeah, you got to stay with the vodka.
Brandon, I'm definitely drinking the Brandon Special. I got the Brandon Special
nice.
today. I'm trying to lose some weight, Brandon. You saw me do some yoga yesterday, right?
Yeah, I did. That was cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
was
me
a good
go.
pose. Yeah.
I'm going to be as
Good
hot
pose.
as Courtney soon. Don't worry.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
I only worked out one time last week. I had one of the worst weeks, and with food, I had like 3 nights of pizza. It was atrocious, actually.
Courtney, you've been following this.
I have been following it.
I mean, Selena is the only one giving me love on this, Courtney. I mean, you're just
Yours
like, yeah,
doesn't
good
come
stuff.
through.
What?
I mean, I see you if I go in there, but I don't get like an alert when you finish a workout.
I
We
get
have
an
to
alert when
connect.
you do it.
You guys are not connected then.
Courtney,
see
I get
mine.
an alert every time you do something.
I don't. What do I have to do here? I don't have
Apple Watch.
Brandon, you were becoming a hairy soul bitch right now. I love it.
Dude.
Look at him.
No, the hair is good. It's a good thing.
Well,
I think you look younger.
Thank you, Court. I mean, I've had a few different lady friends have told me that. So yeah,
You look younger, and I dig. Let me get the little side view. Do you have a little salt and pepper?
I do have some pepper and salt going there. Yeah,
I like that. I like it a lot.
Oh, thanks.
Courtney, I got it too. Courtney, hey, I got it too, Courtney.
We know when you grew your beard there.
Yeah, your beard is Santa. Jeez.
Yeah, it is. I'm like Papa Smurf. Joe, the best part is when all of a sudden Courtney sends Brandon and I a text the other night. She was heading to the PDRA race. She sends a picture of her cocktail, and it for 20 minutes. It's just like bam, 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 barrage of comment and text. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a
I'm
great.
proud of you, Courtney. You're still working.
Yes.
Yeah, Courtney is still working. That's great.
Still working.
Wes Buck just texted me. Let's see what he has to say.
Uh-oh.
Can you do pics of the dragster too? It's outside. Momentarily, Westifer.
I'm busy.
I'll be right
I'm working.
working. That's right. You are promoting.
working.
You're doing promotion to a large
Where
audience.
are you going, Jason? You just walk
To
around.
the bridge, because I have to make another drink. I got to
Yes.
make another drink.
I have a real question that I don't know the answer to, and it's in our racing industry, and you cats might know.
All right.
Is factory stock at Indy 2?
Indy 3?
I'm at 3. Sorry, my 2. Indy 3.
3.
No.
No, okay, I didn't think so. And then somebody told me today all possible classes, but they're not.
Factory stock.
Because we've got Mountain Motor and Pro Mod. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard they're going to do a nostalgic cackle fest as well.
Oh God.
I don't know. I have no clue. I'm not in the in scene of this whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm just making that up.
I hope
I
you
love
are.
nostalgic cackle fest.
Now, Brandon, were you out there for any of that with the Pro Mod?
I did yes, I did that race for free. Yeah. But we won't.
What was
go
it
there.
like? Was it?
It was different. It was very different. Yes. Unfortunate, obviously, what we're going through and everything. But yeah, it was just different. It just felt weird. Obviously with not a lot of fans, and it felt like a big test session, to be honest. Yeah.
Exactly what I told them. It didn't have the race day vibe ever.
No, it didn't have the race day vibe at all. Even
when people were getting handed trophies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it really didn't. It was just a weird feeling.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's a bummer, but for me,
I know.
I'm watching at home, and to have drag racing to watch, and it I got into a groove with it, and I felt good. So I can only imagine that there are a lot of fans out there that are very happy to have something rather than nothing.
Oh, I'm sure there are, definitely. And then don't get me wrong, it was great to be back, but yeah, it was just different.
Yeah. There it is. Well, we're going to see John Force with a big statement earlier why they're not going to be racing for the rest of the year. We don't know how many races there's going to be. That's going to be a bizarre situation. We just don't.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous that Indy is maybe going to be where it goes.
Yeah, that's what's going to be weird.
I know we've talked about this before, but we're 2 races further in. What are the options? I mean, we've said the asterisk, but what are the options for champions?
God, dude.
What is happening?
Wait, that's me. Hold on. It's Jason's
No, what are
video.
you doing?
I'm
What kind of production is this?
That's you, by the way. That is you.
I know, but what kind of production is this?
I'm trying to get your video of you doing yoga on the
Oh
air.
my God, I was going to say, it sounds like an animal is being murdered.
That was
It
you
sound like it.
making a sound. So just FYI, I don't know if my computer's got the horsepower to do this and edit and all that stuff.
Hey, look at
Okay.
Alex. Look at Alex Laughlin's comment. Put that on the screen.
Stand by.
Producer, Joe.
That's your first names. That is all. Jason Logan.
Well,
That's his first name. That is all. He is a.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
He just
So
left this
hot.
shop actually. We just finished wrapping his new Pro Mod car. And you said earlier, what was I doing? That's what we were doing. That was our shoot that we were doing at 360 Wraps. Yes, Jason.
By the way, how many vehicles does that guy have? Like that he races?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
I know, but I keep seeing. Oh, I'm gonna go do the Baja 1000. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do what the? How many cars does this guy got?
Yeah, he's got like pit bikes. He's got the side by side, the Can-Am. He's got the new Pro Mod, which he bought from Mick Snyder here. He's got the Pro Stalker. He just traded us one of his radial cars for that Pro Mod car, and then he's got the blue Corvette.
Dude,
So he must like cars.
I wish I was young, handsome, and rich.
So does he.
Good call, Courtney.
Oh, of course.
He's got a lot going on for him.
He says he's not rich.
Oh,
Right, I got it, because he's got all the cars.
Rich is
Yeah.
a relative term.
yeah.
Rich
That's
is
all
a
wrapped
relative.
up.
It is. Like, you depends on who you're hanging out with, how rich you are.
That's very, very true.
Good call.
That is. I've had guys with a lot of money, compared to me, tell me that they were poor because they're
Yeah.
hanging out with the wrong people. It's like, you need to hang out with poorer people and you'll feel great.
You'll feel rich.
Oh, here he is. He's still in on the mix.
He says
Carry
this
on.
wasn't about me.
Carry on.
We made it about you. But you know what, Joe? That's the thing I miss about this whole thing and not being out there. He's going to Courtney and Erica's pitch and Alex's pitch and seeing all those guys and just talking to him for 5-10 minutes. Hey, that's cool. They go finding Brandon, over at Alanabi, with Khaled's crew and all those guys. It's like, dude, come on. Why can't I miss hanging with these guys and it's just being people that over the past 10, 12 years have become family. That's
Yeah,
the
y'all
hard
are
part.
80% of my entire
Right.
social life is on the road.
Look at Brandon's spot, man. He's got a good
I
thing.
know.
Like, turn that thing horizontal, Brandon. Like, give us the landscape. It'll look at that, man. The boats and the lake and that
He's
thing.
low key flexing.
Exactly.
Is that better?
Yeah.
$1 boat there.
Mount Rainier.
$75,000
Would you
boat
put
there.
your finger in the right way?
Oh, what
Right
is that?
there, buddy?
That Mount Rainier right there.
Yeah.
You guys can't see my mouse up there, but it's
Yeah. Yeah.
freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Allie
pretty
Bland's
dope.
on here.
Thank you, Allie. I am a national treasure, and I should be treasured.
Yes.
Hi, Brittany.
Brittany's on.
You are treasured, Jason.
Hello, Allie. How are you?
I have a funny story. I have an like an in the mix funny story. So Luke Fath, who works for Coletta, we all
Yeah.
on the show know Luke. If you don't know Luke, you would know him if you saw him. You've seen him. So we have this thing where, like on a game show or whatever, like if you had to, there's memes about it. If you have to FaceTime somebody and if they don't answer, like you're screwed, right? Those little things. So I'm that person for him. I have to answer every time he FaceTimes me. So I'm FaceTiming him the other night. We're drinking wine, just talking. And he sees a picture of you, Jason, in my apartment that I have. And he's like, is that a picture of Jason Logan? And I'm like, yeah, it's from the banquet. It's a great photo. He's like, where's my picture? And it became a whole thing of how I don't have a picture of Luke in my house.
Listen, Luke, why are you always gonna be asking me like that? I have a picture in her house. It's the way it goes. In the story. Stop it. But by the way, Courtney,
Jealousy, the petty jealousy.
where's Luke's picture? I know you bought and put a picture in his house.
It's in a bulletin board. It's like on a bulletin board of like my favorite like racetrack moments. I do have it. It's just not framed in my house. But it will be in my new house because guess what, guys? I bought a house last week.
Oh, you did it? It's done. It's over. You got it. You scored it.
I scored
You
it.
got
Well,
the
we're
deal
in,
you wanted?
we're in closing stuff, and I've seen 3 emails come through of documents that I have to do. So we're in that contingent part to see if I actually have as much money as I said I did.
Is this the one that you were showing me down at the? Wow, that's
My favorite one. Yes.
congratulations.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So y'all can come on over. I close on August
Big
24th.
girl.
So if we come to Dallas,
Yeah, you are. You're a big girl now. All grown up.
Oh yeah.
I'm poor
All
now.
grown
Oh
up.
yeah.
You're
We're
all
gonna
grown
party
up.
in that bitch.
I am poor now. I need all of the housewarming gifts possible. Jimmy Green. Oh my gosh. Blast
don't
from the
worry,
past. I
we'll
used to go to
bring-
church with him.
Plenty of booze. We'll bring.
Yes. Can you be my vodka sponsor for like 6 months? Nobody said yes.
No,
Sure, guys. Thanks.
I
I'm
guarantee.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
With a
There's delay.
registry.
I said sure.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you froze up.
the registry for vodka. It will be like, what do you want as a housewarming gift? The vodka, and more vodka.
It'll just say,
Sponsored by
Cat-
Tito's.
Cash or Tito's.
Cash or Tito's. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's big. So now you got equity. You're doing
Tito's
the grown.
is.
Yeah.
Are you drinking Pink Whitney?
I am drinking Tito's and club soda with a little splash of pink lemonade.
I like it. There it
It's
is.
very hot here today. This is
Well
I
done.
needed some refreshment.
It's refreshing.
Brandon, do you know that Jason Logan's air conditioning is not working? Do you know that?
Oh no, I did not know that.
Upstairs, Brandon. I come into that.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
That's where I sleep. That's where I make the magic, Brandon. And
Well,
I
hot
need
air
That's
rises.
even worse.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
the air
that's not
conditioning.
good.
Listen, when you make it halfway up my stairs, it smells like a middle school locker room. It is smelly. I was like, whoa. And there goes my child.
That's
Here he comes. He's the one that's
and then that's the
creating most
worst
of
when
the
you're
things.
trying to sleep too.
Oh, there. He's
There
the
he
one
is.
making most.
What's up?
With his River Plate jersey, his Argentina jersey.
No.
What's up with that?
Argentina. That's his Maradona.
Argentina.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Argentina.
Brandon. Brandon and I
No,
both know.
God,
Brandon,
we want to talk soccer. We got to two of the world's most foremost experts.
No,
on
because we don't want
soccer.
to bore you guys. No, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
We
won't
don't
lie.
talk
I don't
about-
care
Yeah.
about
by
soccer.
the way, though, Brandon's Man U made what's it, UEFA Cup. You made your
No.
what's it called?
Champions
What's it
League.
called? Champions League. Thank you. I'm like, duh. I didn't think of Champions League. My Liverpool won the whole league.
I know you did. Yeah. Let's
But
stop
by the way-
talking about soccer.
But by the way, Brandon and I have a bet here. We'll bet on stuff. Like he's like, hey, if Liverpool wins, I'll buy you a jersey. If Man U wins, you got to buy me a jersey, dude. Man U is the only team that beats Liverpool this season up until we got a break. I'm like going, I'm not betting Brandon ever
See,
again.
Courtney's
Oh, Mark
bored.
Stockseth. No, I've drank wine with Mark before, and no, that is not an even trade, Mark. Switch it. Switch it.
That's funny.
Party at Courtney's house. Oh, geez, here we
I
go.
like how you guys are like, listen, we don't want to bore everybody with the soccer talk, but and then you dove right into.
And then you did, and then I was bored.
I don't care.
Oh well,
it's a under.
You know what? Get over it.
it just happens that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Talk about reaction times.
Yeah. Let's talk about reaction times and how important they are.
Yeah, Jason, please dissect drag racing for us
Nice.
from the
Let's let
start to
Jason
the end.
Jason.
If you want me to.
Do it.
Yeah, I love it.
Here, like,
I was.
I'll solo you out.
Listen, I was telling somebody about bracket racing the other day, and I was like, oh my God,
geez.
where did this knowledge come from? What am I talking about? I went into remember in old school when Will Ferrell had to do the debate?
The
and
debate.
He's debating
Yeah.
James Carville. And he's like, he went into this whole thing. I went, oh God, what just happened? Bracket racing, what?
Oh, that's the best part. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
That is a classic.
Oh, it's so good.
What old
but I'm
school?
like-
Yeah. Old school is one of the greats. Vince Vaughn,
Oh,
one of his
yeah.
best. Fantastic. Now,
Wait, go ahead, Joe.
no, you, Courtney. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, speaking of kind of, I did one of the last videos that I did of Erica from the last Indy. She was in her car quoting Billy Madison just to herself in her helmet because that's what she does, and she was acting out the thing. And so we added it in the last part of the video that we did, and I tagged Adam Sandler, and it was so cool. Nothing. I wanted him to like retweet. We didn't get anything.
Hey, Courtney, do you know who was on my show today?
Who?
Cheryl Burke from Dancing with the Stars.
Get me on the show.
Oh,
I
nice.
said your name. I said your name today, and I was like, I know somebody who would be awesome on Dancing with the Stars. Courtney Enders. Everybody went,
Who?
Who? But I said your name. Cheryl Burke. She was like, okay, whatever.
She heard my name.
I said your name. Say my name. Say my name.
Alex loves Brandon's laugh because they're almost the same. Y'all are almost laugh twins.
Exactly.
Laugh.
And you each have like a bucket of different laughs and they mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
That is
This
hysterical.
is true.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
Dan-
mean to cut you off, Joe.
No, Dancing with the Stars. I'm thinking like Jason Logan. This guy keeps getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't look like the yoga video is going to make it, Jason, because I just, it's the wrong format. It's the wrong format. You sent the wrong format. But hey,
I just sent it to you. I don't know. You listen. You can go on my Facebook page and see it, or you
It's
can go on my
something to see. Everyone watching this, you need to go see it and you're welcome.
you've given me.
You're welcome.
You've given
The funny part was I said, hey, if you want to do some yoga with me and Joey Fatone tomorrow night or tonight, you should go on our page. And Randy Lynn's like, ha ha. Randy Lynn's just like, oh, that's hilarious. I can't wait to see that. And sure enough, she saw the post today. She goes, oh my God, you were serious? You actually did it? I'm like, I wasn't joking around. Yoga was awesome.
you have
I
given.
love Randy Lynn.
Yeah. Oh, Randy Lynn is one of the best.
Girl
Let's see.
crush.
I think oh, really? So Randy Lynn, last race out, she starts texting me, Courtney, about how the next race, which this may or may not happen, she wants to be a roving reporter for this. And
Does she?
yeah. All right, here we go, guys. This is Jason
No,
Logan.
that's not the good one, Joe. That's not the
No,
good one.
which one's
Do
the good one?
Do the one on the bottom. The one on the bottom.
The one on the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I know you feel it in your back.
not that one either.
Pressing those heels.
What are
I
you?
need the one where you are like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not that one, Joe.
shut
Not
up.
that one.
Each side.
That one?
That one.
Yes.
No rhyme or reason. No
Okay, here we go.
numbers,
Jason.
right or wrong. Just do a few bicycles.
Oh my Lord. You've got to be kidding me.
There we go.
What the?
Look at his belly laughing.
Oh my God.
Look at Joey. The best is Joey. Oh.
Brandon's laugh. I love it.
Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh, you gotta send me this.
My cheeks hurt. Stop.
There you go. Oh, I'm not on Facebook. You gotta send me this.
The bicycle. Look at
He's
that.
gonna roll all the way over.
Oh. Oh.
All right, ready? This is the happy baby.
The happy baby.
Yeah, happy baby. That didn't
That's
happen.
it. There's the video. There it is. There it is. Jason Logan.
Oh.
Wow, Jason. And you know what? You look healthy.
That's
That's
class.
definitely-
something.
I'm healthy, Joe.
Not healthier.
I'm super healthy.
You are. You've done a great
Each
job with
side.
this. I think it's excellent that you even care, that you're even trying to be a
Well
healthy.
done.
Yeah. And because of that, we can drink today.
That's right. That's why I'm drinking today.
There it is.
I
I'm
just
gonna-
had Panda Express for lunch. I'm a picture of health.
Brandon, I just sent you those videos.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, more let's see.
Ugh.
Drink after yoga, not before. Randy says, way to go, Jason. Big guys matter. I get that joke.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
see. I've fallen and I can't get up. That's probably
That's
the most
exactly what it was.
accurate characterization of what
That's
it
an
is.
alert bracelet.
Courtney has to be on Dancing with the Stars. She's awesome in Avengers End.
Dude, the people don't even know. Like, I really would be good at that. I used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Ballroom.
I can see
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Like, I would win or be so pissed.
So competitive ballroom dancing.
Like, I mean, yes, not to the full level of what they do, but between what I did and the 15 years of gymnastics, I'm certain I can do
Wow.
it. Look at Brandon, just low-key vacation flex.
Guy is chilling.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Courtney, stop it. Stop it. You were vacation flex 2-3 weeks ago, in a mansion in South Beach. Don't even start.
I didn't
Yeah.
say I hated him for it.
Yeah,
I just said, look at him.
Yeah, you were.
Right, Brandon? She was killing it down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Well,
was.
that place,
Yeah, she was.
that place was spectacular.
So
And
Joe,
Joe went.
So Joe, I called you out. I said, you're not going to go. And all of a sudden,
Yep.
I see pictures that you were there. Tell me
Yeah.
how the
Yeah.
night went. What happened? Tell me, give me play-by-play, South Beach,
Play-by-play.
mansion, on the water. I mean, what happened?
Yep.
I'm going to find the photo.
yeah, find the photo. You want to send me the photo? I'll put it on
Yep.
the screen.
You
Email.
tell your story, because that really is how you ended your happy hour. And it was like a cliffhanger. It was like a season ending cliffhanger.
It was.
It was Who Shot JR?
It really was. It was. Well, and so everybody gets on the air. And at the time, I was very, I'll admit, I was a little very concerned about the COVID, because the South Florida area was starting to inflame. And you all are tracking the numbers. You see what's going on. But it was like weighing all these different competing emotions. I got Amanda and Courtney like, come down. It's like South Beach. It's fun. And Jason is like, I'll kill you if you don't go. And
Right.
So I went, and I went down there, and it was cool. And I found the house, Venetian Causeway, like
Amazing.
spectacular real estate. So I pull up in front of like one of these houses, and the guy's like, no, man, that one. So I go in, Courtney comes out and gets me, and I'm looking at this place. It's fantastic. Like the door was like this 20-foot tall Game of Thrones door.
So heavy.
It was
Was
incredible.
it like Tony Montana? Was it Tony Montana?
Not that big. No.
Okay.
It wasn't the world is yours type
Oh,
man.
okay, good.
Like those
Good call.
mansions are a little
I
bit
found it.
further east.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
this
call.
was just the Venetian Causeway. If I'm going to guess, like, 10, 15 mil, not the like 30 or 40 mil ones,
Whatever. Right.
So it was a little beneath my standard normally, but I went anyway.
The shower was only as big as my apartment.
The shower was fantastic. The bedroom was fantastic. The closets. So anyway, we just kind of went through. Amanda made some great beverages. We went out by the water and just kind of sat on the seawall and watched the sun go down behind the city of Miami. Jet
So
ski
romantic.
going on. It was very cool. And we just sat there and we were just talking and having a great time. There were other people there, which was a little bit odd. There's a whole dynamic with who owns the house and who was there, but we had our own little clique and had a great time. Like Courtney, like, what do you have to add? Because we hung out for like 3 hours.
I feel like the three of us, we sat there like with our feet hanging over the dock. I guess we were on the own side, and we seriously were there forever. And it felt like you just kept having a cocktail. Not a lot. We just sat there. We weren't even partying or doing anything. And we got really deep for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We talked about drag racing, life, like all the things. There was a dog there. I'm sure we talked dogs. We did. It was a good chunk of time there.
Hey, the air conditioning guy just pulled up to my house. So if I have to leave, I apologize.
That's
but
fine.
I'll come back on.
That's
I'll
fine.
come back on.
Priorities, bro.
It's almost 5 o'clock.
Goddamn right.
But yeah, it was
I'm
good.
just
We had really good conversation. Amanda was great, gracious. She's taking care of everybody. It was a good time. And that was way more than 14 days ago. We survived it. We're still good. Healthy. We have our health after all of that.
Sorry, our amazing cleaning lady Christina just got here.
Oh, really? We met her the other time. That's it.
No, that was the car buffer. This is the lady who cleans our whole joint.
Service industry people helping out. You're helping the economy of that area big time. But yeah, it was a good time. And yes, Robert.
I just sent you some pictures.
Oh, good. Here we go. Yeah, it was good. Like in the end, but I did feel, and we had this conversation, guys. Like, I was concerned. Like, did I put myself at risk? And then the answer was no. I'm safe.
We did decide we were going to be
good.
safe and wait the 2 weeks and make sure everybody was in the clear before we
Posted the photos.
put it on the internet.
The actual health is much less important than the impression of doing the right thing. That's it.
We did the right thing, and I think that it's courteous, and it's also, if you're a public figure, you need to not be a total jackass.
Set a good example. They have not come through yet, but
Exactly.
the place was beautiful though. So right at the very end, the swimming pool. I didn't go in the swimming pool. We just hung out. But Courtney gave me a tour of the whole place, and so it's just like, oh my gosh, like the
I'm
little
gonna
thing,
email him.
the light switches are amazing because it's like one little thing, but it does 50 different things. Thumbprint ID, crazy stuff. It was a lot. Drove home, had a great time, and I was like the last time I went out big, so it was good.
Hey, I gotta go because my wife just slammed doors in my house.
Whoa!
Whoa. Get your ass off of this stupid podcast.
Yeah.
And come deal with the AC guy.
Here, wait. I'm just gonna show it then because it won't go through, which I don't know why. But
Courtney, I've seen him.
I know. I don't mean you. I'm talking to the rest of the people watching.
So, hey, Costello, thank you.
Come back on.
Brandon Bernstein, I love you so much. I love your hair.
Hey, buddy, I'm gonna get off anyway. I'm gonna go head to the lake.
There it is. All right.
Courtney, I love you too. I'm sorry.
I love you too. That's all I wanted to say.
There it is. All right, Jason. All right. See you later. Brandon, you're out. Thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah,
appreciate
you got it. I love you guys. Thank you so much. All right.
Later,
I miss you, Double B.
Brandon Bernstein.
Love you. See you, bud.
There he goes. Go on the lake. He's going on the lake. And there it is. And so
and
it is.
There were two.
Yeah. I think no, let me see that picture again.
Oh, here we go.
I haven't seen that photograph. That's a great one. And it didn't come through, but that is great. Look at that. That is awesome. We had such a good time. What a great memory.
We did. And then that was the view that we had.
Incredible. No, I will remember that. And that's why I went. Like, obviously, for you guys to both be down here. And oh man, that was great. We had so much.
That's forever, Joe.
Right. Well, we don't
forever.
Get to hang out like that. We don't get to hang out like that enough because the racetrack, it's rip and run. You got to go and go. And who knows when that'll happen again? Obviously, we're different now. And you guys are down here in the community and in an amazing situation. So went down there, had fun. I appreciated the invite. And you're right. It was a total cliffhanger for the audience out there. And now a couple of weeks later, we got the big return. Brandon Bernstein, Jason Logan, schwitzing out there, having his sweat. And it's great. Let's see. Heiner says,
Michael Heiner.
Moved by it, of course. Allie, love you too. Aw. What's IYK?
If you know, you know.
Ah, there it is.
I love Allie Bland.
Oh, Allie's great. Allie is hard work.
What's cool about this show, Joe, is you have a very good mixture of the viewers of people that are our friends in the industry and watch because it's almost like they're hanging out with us. And then you have the people that follow you and what you do. And you have the diehard drag racing fans. And it's kind of always the same chunk with a few extras. And I like the eclectic mix you bring.
Eclectic mix. That's a very good word. And I like it. It's the goal for the whole deal. And even on the return here, and if Force comes on, that'll be great at some point. But the goal for the whole deal is to be slightly beneath the surface of the drag racing community. Like if you're a fan and you're searching for more, you're going to find more here. Because think of all the storylines that you by yourself, Courtney, broke about things that were about to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
For people who pay attention. There are stories that go out and, you write a headline and you put it out there like this is going to happen and maybe it's true or maybe it's not true. But when you do that, maybe you lose some trust from some people who told you the information. In this case, just casual conversation. If you're paying attention, you will learn a lot. So let's talk about that next race before we get out of here because it's been about an hour. We've had a good time. Pro Stock was added to industry.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Yes, and they really fought for it, and this is the behind the scenes stuff that I wish we could put out there too. KB, Elite are obviously the two big players in the game, and when they work together and come together, this is what happens because that's what happened here. They had a conversation together, Richard, what do you think about this? What are we doing here? Rallies the troops and makes a statement, and we didn't think it was going to happen at first, but the real thing is we don't have the show, right? We don't have all the fillers that we had. Why wouldn't we're racing, why wouldn't we? It seems silly to limit a limited schedule to begin with when we don't even know what we're going to get. So let's just bring them all in, So I think that was tough to argue.
Well, and it's good that they, I don't want to make it seem like they were against it because I don't know. That's something that I just am not.
I don't think they were necessarily against it. I think that they just wanted to stick to, as much of a plan as they could. And we weren't supposed to go there, but
we just don't know what's 3 weeks out. So if we have an opportunity to get another pro stock race in, we should do it.
Yep.
So that if the season were to end unceremoniously at some point, we will have a representative sample of races. And we got to do it. I'm glad they're doing it and get as many in as possible. I know everybody wants to race. Of course,
I think just for the TV show too, when there's not a lot of stuff going on, why wouldn't we exploit everything that we are?
It's not the same without pro stock. It's not the same show. And, I'm getting this weird opportunity to sit home and watch on NHRA.tv and on Fox.
Right.
And just take in the whole thing, like evaluate it. And it's not the same show. The Nitro cars, I love them. They're great. It's part of NHRA drag racing. But imagine if you took Bob Glidden out of the mix all those years ago. It's just not the same sport without pro stock. You've got to have pro stock. The clutches, the shifting.
It's a different brand of gearhead that likes it.
It's right. That's right. And it's just missing something. And so to not have pro stock is not cool. Glad they are back. But now you guys are not in first place anymore.
We are not in first place anymore. And what's funny is we were just talking about this morning. One of the media companies posted some article that he wrote himself about KB Elite being behind the mark for the season on KB. And it's like,
yeah,
we almost forget where the season started. We've been to Pomona, we've been to Phoenix, we've been to Orlando, and we've been to non-Indy. And a lot, this is kind of what we talked about before, where the beginning pre-COVID almost gets lost into its own niche of non-existent because it's like summer vacation. Everybody's memories were washed away.
Right.
And it's almost like we only have that one. So we won everything pre-COVID and then we're behind. We runner up in semifinal in there. And the perception is that we're behind, but it's crazy.
Who wrote that article? I remember seeing the headline.
Well, he's blocked me and I blocked him, so we won't see it. Warren Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
He doesn't care for me very much.
No, whatever. He's a Facebook person. But I remember seeing that. Right. It's not like a media person. It's just like a Facebook person.
Even if it were swapped, like if they won the first three and we won the fourth and they had said we were, like, I still would have had the feeling of that's not right. That's a wrong perception of what's happened. I think it's a dead heat. Like it's KB Elite all the time, but that's a whole nother show.
The good news is that there's someone that cares to have a perception about it, right? Like
the point of all that was this pre-COVID to post-COVID, like mental separation that's weird and something we didn't even really think of,
Right. Let's see. Heiner, hope Pro Stock gets to race whenever racing happens. Do not know how long we will get to race. Yeah, simple.
Exactly.
Let's Taylor, look out for Team Bruno 3 at Indy. Yes. What's that been like? Bruno on the team. Pro Stock is the best show, period. We got a lot of Pro Stock fans that watch WFO and listen to WFO. There it is. Love Pro Stock, of course. Let's see. Drivers.
Yes.
Drive the bitch back. Yeah. That's
dude, that's happening at PDRA too. All the junior kids do it. Kevin Rivenbark did it this weekend. It's so cool. Again, I know she didn't invent it, but I love that drag racing just spreads. It's like its own entity, no matter where it is and what it's doing, as we all have these cool connections like that.
Corey Savoy is getting out of there. He says, go Astros. Yeah, you bunch of cheaters. Whatever.
Yeah, hey, there's no room on the scoreboard for Hal.
So what was that? Tell me about your PDRA experience before we get out of here.
It was great. It's tough. This race was rescheduled because it was supposed to be Michael Holcomb. I raced juniors with Michael whole life. Yep.
What's up, Mike?
I love him. We were supposed to be in Maryland and it was a different weekend and that got restricted. And so Tommy Franklin and Judy Franklin, obviously running VMP, they were able to open up a date there. So we were a week late and at a different track. And it was also a couple of days right after New York and a couple of states reissued 14-day quarantine situations.
Yeah.
So we actually had the Carusos had to back out because he had to be back for work and just decided he couldn't leave if he wasn't going to be allowed to come back. So there was a couple of issues where the pro car count was a little bit low. But what's a little bit low to them is pretty normal for like a pro stock or a top fuel field anymore lately, like where it barely rounds it out. So I think that was the only negative thing, but considering the movement and all that, dude, the sportsman count the competition there, it's so crazy cool. It's almost like nothing happened. When we were talking with Brandon about the race day vibe,
Yeah.
maybe it's because I'm new to PDRA, but it still had it. Maybe it's because fans aren't, no offense to this, I mean, no offense to it. I work very hard at their branding, but the fans aren't the biggest part of what happens there. It's more of the racer league. So not a lot has changed perceptionally when you're there, if you know what I mean. I think that's why it's succeeding right now.
I do. Racers want to race. If you've got all this money invested in all this stuff, you want to use it.
Yeah, put it on the road.
And it's also a sport. I've been saying, everybody's watched the show. No, I'm the most paranoid of everybody with the masks. Take care, be healthy, do the right thing, listen, comply, all that stuff. But I really genuinely believe that the drag racing community can do their thing and be safe, because it's not a sport where there's a lot of, you're not in each other. The NFL, I think is going to be really hard, because those guys like exchange, bodily fluids when they're tackling each other and stuff. It's going to be really hard.
It is. It's very different than baseball.
We can do it. We can do it in drag racing.
Yeah, our households is our trailer. We're with our teammates. The drivers are alone.
The drivers are alone. That's exactly.
Alone.
So I want us to do a good job trying it in PDRA. People get out there, keep safe, be sane. It's great that you guys are doing a good job with that. I, of course, follow the results online, and it's been tough. I was going to go bracket racing tomorrow, but the hurricane has put the kibosh on the deal. Our race has already been canceled. So
2020 strikes again. It's
the worst. It is the worst. All right, Courtney, any final thoughts before we let you go? First of all, how's your sister doing? Everything great?
Yeah, she should be on her way here. She's coming to help me kind of go furniture shopping, and we're going to go spend a day at the lake and just hang out. And we're planning to travel like crazy here shortly. So we are slowly but surely enjoying the last few weeks of our, quarantine freedom.
Right.
And, but yeah, she's doing good. She's so excited to be back out there. Like, she's a different person when she's racing. She's fine and happy and dandy, but she's just like a lighter spirit out there. And it was nice to see that side of her again. So I'm happy that she gets to race.
The Topeka race being postponed, that is another bummer, but I think it's not the end of the line. We're going to get some more of those down the road.
Yeah. Has Maple, I haven't looked at the internet at all today. I didn't even know about the John Force thing until 10 minutes before the show.
Really?
Has anything else happened? Maple Grove is still.
Let's go to nhra.com.
Yeah. Cause honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next one, because there's talks of it with PDRA and all that stuff. So I think
I don't see anything just yet.
Okay.
The Force statement and an interview with Leah in a fantastic lodge up there with Brian Loans, who keeping track of everybody. But no, next weekend back in Indy, so you'll be there. It's going to be cool, and NHRA.TV, of course, and going again. So,
I will be there. I'm very excited.
So this is what Randy Lynn pitched to me. This was kind of funny because Randy Lynn, she's a super go-getter, right? And she's like, she wants to be like roaming the pits, like in between nitro sessions. Imagine, we're not doing this, people, not next week necessarily, but maybe at some point in the future. But she's like, fire up the WFO in between the nitro sessions, right? Or in between sessions, doesn't end. And Randy Lynn wants to go like pit to pit and bring people on the show. And
I love it. I will assist 1,000%.
She recruited you, she says, and just dragged you right into it. And I felt like you'd be cool with it, but
she already knows I'm in.
Yeah. So that is great. Let's see. Monica, wouldn't be surprised if Maple Grove is no spectators. What is out? No spectators allowed at the events at the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and not having spectators. Look, you guys felt like it was a test because there weren't enough spectators. That's a big part of the NHRA. Glenn was right. That's part of our thing. The crowds around the trailers and the interaction with.
It's literally our sales pitch.
It's our sales pitch. But to get through it, like I didn't care about any of that watching at home. I didn't care. I was super thrilled. I had my drag racing. So it's about balance.
I sent you a couple selfies of me from the racetrack just to make it feel like you were there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it did. And it's good. You see all your friends and they're having a good time. The competition was great. It was good racing. 2 qualifying sessions is a little weird, but
I think that has a lot to do with the feel of it too, because it just felt very, very rushed. And in what I do, not that anybody asked, but in what I do, that cut in half the amount of time that I have to get the things that I need. Nothing changed about what I have to get, but it got cut in half. And that was brutal. That was brutal. awakening that first race.
The whole 2 sessions, like people are thinking like maybe something we do here might be a model for the future and maybe we'll adopt it. That's something that's definitely not working.
I don't think that it gives enough to each brand, each person, each athlete, each sponsor. It doesn't give enough shots. We're not on the track that long and it doesn't give enough shots. I could see maybe like a 3-banger in a day, like do a Friday where it's,
I like that.
Morning, noon, and a night session. And then it's still 2-day, but it's a 3-day thing. I don't know. But and I've always been an advocate for it. When we're tired, I'm like, man, a 2-day race, that'd be so bitching.
Yeah.
It is not bitching.
Right. Well, the 3-in-1 day would be interesting. You got to get 3 shots at the track. I just
have to. 2 is just because if you try something, you're toast.
Right. Yeah.
You're toast.
There's no trying. Now it does seem to have opened up the field a little bit because the cream always rises, but there's got to be some middle ground. If you're going to do a 2-day show, do the 3 qualifying sessions and we'll get to that point. Courtney,
we did 3 at PDRA and it was a long day, but it was good.
Well, and the NHRA runs, that's the best thing. Everybody that comes to run NHRA says that the way they run the program, the schedule, like clockwork, everything goes off on time. So they could definitely, could do it. That would be how to improve this situation a little bit. Courtney, thank you very much. The return.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody needs to know that as much as you guys were all complaining viciously to me about happy hour going away, Courtney Enders was your greatest advocate. She's like, no, man, we got to keep doing this. Thank you for that, Courtney, because, keeping the fans happy, the listeners happy and wanting to come back is the number one priority. And so for you to advocate.
They find me in the pits and say, we love you on WFO. And I'm like, what?
That did not happen. Did it really?
Sure. Yes, it's happened at least 3 or 4 times, like at the 2 races we've been at.
Well, you have been called the diamond in the rough, the best thing that's happened during COVID on this. So that's a big deal. There you go.
Well, thanks for letting me be a part of it. I love it.
Say hi to your sister, and I really appreciate enjoying a beverage with you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Joe.
Hi, Courtney. There she goes. Courtney Enders with us here on WFO Radio. Well, how about that, folks? Another happy hour in the books. And you got the Hammer was on there, and Jason Logan is working on his air conditioner. He's got I don't know what's going on. As soon as the air conditioner came up, it's like, why are you even doing this show, man? Why are you even doing this show? You got a broken air conditioner. And I am totally understanding his situation. Like, all right, everybody, now it's time for the pitch. Don't all go away at one time. But for instance, if you want a WFO Radio t-shirt or Erica Enders t-shirt, go to nitrofishracing.com and use that promo code WFO20. And what you're going to get, you're going to get 20% off. Why would you not do that? Go get a shirt right now. Order a shirt. Let's break it. Let's break that. Let's send Randy Lynn to the post office. Post office taking a little bit longer lately. I was in there. And there was a line out the door. It was kind of strange. Who knows why? Final comments. Put them up in the comments section. We've had some really great shows lately, whether it be Jerron being on the show, showing off his incredible airbrush ability. That is all in the archive. Amazing stuff. Had a whole lot of fun. TJ Zizzo, Justin Ashley, all great stuff on the week. We've had a good time this week as well. Alan Reinhart. I don't even remember. Wednesday was just a blur. Encourage you to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Been posting some pretty cool photographs lately, trying to engage a little bit more. The podcast is really the deal. The audio for you podcast listeners. If you're listening on the podcast right now, we really appreciate you because this is what it is. We can't always do video, but when we do, we try to do as good a job as possible. YouTube, subscribe, click the bell. The channel is WFO Radio TV is the YouTube channel. WFO Radio TV, subscribe and click the bell. Also, big shout out to Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, Dragster Adventure. You can become a top alcohol funny car driver, super comp, super gas licenses. They were just out in Bandimere, and they completed a very successful couple days out there in Bandimere. It was great. Samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Blockhead CNC programs, motorsport, EFI tuning. They've got it all. They're approved to train veterans under the GI Bill. Really appreciate them. And got a new episode of Factory Stock Podcast. I've been reaching, they just changed the rules again. Ford guys be angry, to put it in a very straightforward term. They've slowed down the Fords again. And it depends on who you ask what they think. The Ford drivers, though, the scuttlebutt is that maybe some of the top superstar Ford Factory Stock Showdown racers may not choose to go through all the rules changes again. And so that's kind of the story we're chasing right now. So my goal for Factory Stock Podcast is to have a rules maker on the show to understand the methodology and why they changed the rule. Now, I don't need to be a genius to figure out why. Chris Holbrook went 176 mile per hour. Aaron Stanfield put about a car and a half on at the light and got his doors blown off. Does it have to do with Ford? Does it have to do with Chevy? It doesn't have to do with any of that. It has to do with 4 valves per cylinder versus a pushrod V8 and the technology gap between those two things. And it's a tough call. And I don't make those calls, but I would like to understand the methodology and what will happen. And I would say to the Ford guys, keep coming around, keep playing, because you're still winning races. And I know it's got to be a pain. It's spending money. Every time there's a rules change, here's what they got to change. They got to change torque converter. There's from what I understand, every rules change for a car that wants to be cutting edge competitive is at least $10,000 to $15,000. So I get it. I get the annoyance. But we're going to track that story on Factory Stock Podcast. Also want to remind everybody that we did a new hidden horsepower with Total Seal. Ed Pink was the guest. And it was incredible because Ed's up there. He's in his 80s. And he's worked with AJ Foyt. He's worked with Don Prudhomme. He's worked with Shirley Muldowney. He's uncle started Pink's Hot Dogs in Los Angeles. Like, it's just an amazing life story of Ed Pink. We spoke with him for about an hour. And he just goes down these roads of engine projects and from sprint cars to sports cars to Busby's Porsches, which incidentally, when we had Kenny Youngblood on Happy Hour, Youngblood did the paint, Pink did the engines. Like, just amazing stuff. Check it out. Hidden Horsepower, Total Seal, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. All of that stuff. Well, this is it. The return of the Happy Hour show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. This is now Friday. And it is over. Let's see your final comments. Like Jeff, the mayor of Illinois, says, thank you very much. Thanks for the Factory Stock Showdown info. You can subscribe to Factory Stock Podcast. You'll hit everything. It's one of those situations where you can understand the position of everybody involved. If you're NHRA, you want close competition, so you want to level the playing field as best as you can. If you're a Ford team, you're definitely annoyed that you have to continuously keep changing your cars. And at what point do you just decide enough is enough? Like, how many times have we had to change our cars now? Like, there's work behind every time. Who can do that? So I understand it. If you're a Chevrolet team, what did you do? You're just trying your best. WFO. Monica, thank you very much. Bobby Graham doesn't care about me. He just cares about Courtney, which I understand the way it goes. I'm no rookie here. I know what's up. And thank you all. Hey, really appreciate all you WFO radio listeners. Yes, Happy Hour's back for this week. I did speak with John Force. John Force said after the announcement, he's going to take care of some stuff. He's going to do some things, et cetera, and so on. But did reiterate to me in our conversation that at some point soon, Happy Hour, we will have John Force. Also, hey, if you want something for free, Castello Media /WFO Radio stickers, and I will send you some stickers. P.O. Box 848-353, Pembroke Pines, Florida, 33084. And I'll load you up with some new school and old school WFO Radio stickers so you can put on your Top Fuel dragster. Simple as that. All right, everybody, that's going to do it. Really appreciate you. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Wear the mask. Do what you got to do to keep us going. Keep us going. Thank you so much. See you next week on WFO.